The anticipation surrounding Nikon's next big leap in mirrorless technology has officially reached a fever pitch. For months, whispers and leaks have been trickling in, fueling curiosity and speculation from photographers and filmmakers around the world. And now, it looks like the wait may finally be over. The much-awaited successor to the Z7 II is starting to come into focus, and what's coming is nothing short of groundbreaking. With details emerging through certification filings and insider chatter, all signs are pointing to a camera that could redefine Nikon's presence in the mirrorless world, something faster, sharper, and more future-proof than ever before. One of the earliest clues came when Nikon registered a new camera, listed under the code autofocus in a wireless certification database. What makes this particularly intriguing is its support for 5 GHz Wi-Fi. This seemingly minor technical detail actually hints at a high-end release, as entry-level models typically rely on 2.4 GHz connectivity. This kind of wireless capability is generally reserved for professional or enthusiast-grade equipment, suggesting that Nikon is aiming this new model squarely at users who expect top-tier performance and seamless connectivity. It's not just a spec sheet detail, it's a statement that Nikon is getting serious about next-generation standards. And that brings us to the camera itself. Most fingers are pointing toward the Nikon Z7 III, which would follow the Z7 II and slot just below the flagship Z8. But Nikon may have more in store than just a single camera. Rumors have also mentioned the possibility of a Nikon Z9 Mark II and an affordable Nikon Z3 launching around the same timeframe. While nothing has been officially confirmed yet, Nikon's typical release timeline post-certification gives us reason to be optimistic. Historically, the company announces new models within 2 to 3 months after a camera appears in regulatory databases, which means a full reveal could be just around the corner, potentially by late summer or early fall of 2025. So what exactly can we expect from the Z7 III? For starters, it's set to be a major upgrade over its predecessor. This camera isn't just about refining what worked before, it's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible in a hybrid mirrorless setup. The sensor is one of the biggest talking points. There's some speculation that Nikon might opt for a 67-megapixel sensor developed by Tower Jazz. However, more likely is the inclusion of a 61-megapixel backside illuminated CMOS sensor from Sony. That would put the Z7 III in direct competition with the Sony A7 RV, a camera known for its incredible resolution and image clarity. If that scenario holds true, we're looking at a camera ideal for high-end professionals. Think landscape photographers capturing fine detail in massive prints, or studio photographers demanding perfect tones and textures in every pixel. Nikon's own color science, which many say delivers more natural skin tones and richer gradations, will further elevate the results, especially when combined with advanced image processing pipelines. And that brings us to what's powering it all: a pair of rumored dual X7 processors. These would represent a major leap forward in processing power, speeding up everything from burst shooting and buffer clearing to noise reduction in low-light environments. The result: a camera that doesn't just take beautiful photos, it does it faster, smarter, and more reliably. Burst shooting speeds are said to reach up to 20 frames per second, which is a huge improvement over the previous generation and makes this an even more attractive option for sports and wildlife shooters. Add in a dramatically improved autofocus system, featuring the 193 phase detection points and powered by artificial intelligence for real-time subject recognition, and you've got a machine that locks onto moving subjects with uncanny accuracy. Whether it's tracking birds in flight, athletes in motion, or unpredictable toddlers, the Z7 III is shaping up to be a camera that simply doesn't miss. And then there's video, an area where Nikon has historically lagged behind competitors like Canon and Sony, but is now gaining serious ground. The Z7 III is rumored to support 8K video at 30 frames per second, albeit with a crop, a full 6K readout, and 4K at up to 120 FPS. For creators who do a mix of photo and video work, that kind of flexibility is priceless. There's even talk of 12-bit RAW internal recording, which opens the door to professional-grade workflows and deeper color grading possibilities. One of the biggest complaints among hybrid shooters has been overheating during extended 8000 recording, particularly in models like the Canon EOS R5. But Nikon seems to be learning from that feedback, reportedly implementing better heat dissipation systems perhaps similar to those found in their Z8 and Z9 bodies. The Z7 III won't just shoot better, it'll feel better too. The body is expected to retain Nikon's robust magnesium alloy build, but with improved weather sealing for those who shoot in challenging conditions. Whether you're capturing a snowy mountain landscape, shooting sports in the rain, or filming a documentary in the desert, this camera is built to endure. Nikon has also refined the ergonomics, keeping the grip comfortable for long shoots while updating the button layout for quicker access to key functions. The 3.2-inch 4-axis tilting touchscreen is returning, offering flexible composition angles for vlogging, high-angle shots, or low-to-the-ground perspectives, while a high-res electronic viewfinder ensures crystal-clear previews no matter the lighting conditions. With all these improvements, what about the price? Based on early reports, the Z7 III could land somewhere between $3,500 and $3,800 more than the Z7 II at launch, but still comfortably below the flagship Z8's $4,000 price tag. That would make it a compelling option for professionals and serious hobbyists who want cutting-edge features without crossing into flagship pricing territory. If Nikon nails the pricing, this camera could attract users who were previously leaning towards Sony or Canon but are now open to trying something different, especially if Nikon delivers on its promise of image quality, usability, and reliability. The Z7 III isn't just a spec upgrade, it's a reimagining of what a high-end mirrorless camera should be in 2025. It appears designed from the ground up to cater to modern hybrid creators, offering top-notch performance whether you're shooting stills, capturing video, or doing both in a single sheet. That kind of versatility is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity in today's fast-moving content landscape. Nikon seems to understand that, and they're building a camera that not only keeps up but leads. Of course, all of this remains speculative until Nikon makes things official. But if even half of these rumored features make it into the final product, the Z7 III could easily be one of the most exciting mirrorless releases of the year. It's not just about specs on paper, it's about how those features translate to real-world results. A faster processor isn't just for show, it means less waiting between shots and more responsiveness when timing matters most. Higher resolution doesn't just look good, it lets photographers crop more freely, print larger, and capture more detail in a single frame. Smarter autofocus doesn't just sound cool, it ensures you walk away with the shot, even in the most challenging environments. As the mirrorless market becomes more competitive, every brand is trying to one-up the other with flashy features and clever tricks. But Nikon's approach with the Z7 III seems more thoughtful. It's not about gimmicks, it's about making meaningful improvements that enhance the shooting experience. Whether that means better image stabilization, smarter subject tracking, more flexible video options, or a more rugged body, everything seems designed to serve one goal: helping creators focus less on their gear and more on their vision. In the end, the Z7 III could mark a turning point not just for Nikon, but for photographers and videographers who want one tool that does it all and does it well. It represents a bridge between tradition and innovation, combining Nikon's heritage of optical excellence with modern digital power. As we count down to an official announcement, one thing is clear: the mirrorless camera landscape is about to get a lot more interesting. And the Z7 III is a name you'll be hearing a lot more of in the months to come.